Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, the wave of violence that plagued Israel since October of last year has once again unveiled its ugly face with a stabbing attack that claimed the life of a 13-year-old Israeli girl and severely injured another. Egyptian Foreign Minister Samih Shoukry visits the West Bank city of Ramallah to discuss international efforts to revive the long-stalled Israeli-Palestinian peace process. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan reveals that a ship laden with 11 tons of humanitarian aid was already prepared to head for Gaza as part of Turkey's agreement with Israel. The wave of violence that plagued Israel since October of last year has once again unveiled its ugly face. A Palestinian assailant has reportedly infiltrated the West Bank settlement of Kiryat Arba, where he entered a home and stabbed a 13-year-old girl. The settlement's civil security squad that rushed to the scene managed to shoot the attacker, reportedly killing the terrorist. The 31-year-old member of the settlement's security squad was injured when he rushed after the Palestinian attacker. The girl, who suffered from stab wounds all across her upper body, was evacuated to the Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center in Jerusalem, where she later died of her wounds. The 31-year-old man, who suffered from bullet shrapnel to his upper body and legs, was evacuated to Hadassah Medical Center in Jerusalem in severe condition.
חדירה של מחבל, אפשר לומר, שרוצח. שכל מטרתו הייתה פה לפגוע באנשים, וזה מה שהוא עשה. הוא נכנס לפה מעבר לגדר, כפי שרואים, חצה את הגדר הזאת, וחדר לכיוון הישיבה התיכונית. היה לנו מזל שבאמת התלמידים יצאו לחופשה, ואז הוא חדר לאחד מהדירות, ופצע את מי שפצע.
The Palestinian terrorist was identified as a 17-year-old Muhammad Tarayre from the West Bank village of Bani Naim, located near the Jewish settlement of Kiryat Arba. Now to the West Bank city of Ramallah, where Egyptian Foreign Minister Samih Shoukry visited the Palestinian city to discuss the Middle East Quartet's upcoming report on the long-stalled peace process. After a meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, Shoukry said the two had also discussed a French peace initiative that seeks to advance an internationally monitored peace process between Israel and the Palestinians by the end of the year.
تطرقنا إلى جهود إنهاء الصراع وإقامة الدولة والمبادرة الفرنسية وما هو صادر عن الرباعية الدولية وكل ما هو مطروح على الساحة في الوقت الراهن مع أهمية تعزيز التنسيق فيما بين الجانبين، وهو تنسيق في الحقيقة وثيق ومستمر وحيوي، لأن هذه هي مصلحة مشتركة.
التنسيق موجود على أعلى المستويات ما بين الرئيسين عبد الفتاح السيسي والرئيس محمود عباس، وبالتأكيد على مستوى وزارتي الخارجية الأخ سامح شكري معنا ومع الدكتور صائب عريقات ومع الجميع. وأعتقد أن هذه الاتصالات هي اتصالات مهمة نأمل أن تستمر وأن تتعمق لأهمية الدور المصري في رعاية هذه الجهود الفلسطينية.
The Middle East Quartet, which is made up of the United States, Russia, the European Union, and United Nations, is due to publish a report imminently on the stalemate between the two sides, which is expected to be highly critical of the Jewish state. U.S. efforts to broker a two-state accord have been in tatters since April of 2014, and with Washington focused on a November presidential election, Paris has attempted to take the initiative on the issue, hosting a conference earlier this month with the aim of breaking the apathy over the impasse and steer new diplomatic momentum. Palestinians have welcomed the French initiative, but Israeli officials have stressed that an international conference would only push peace farther away, and that the only way to achieve a viable peace agreement was through direct negotiations. Now to Switzerland, where the United Nations opened an international conference focused on Israeli-Palestinian peace. The two-day conference in Geneva brings negotiators and academics back together after U.S. efforts to broker a two-state solution fell apart in 2014. Speaking at the conference, Palestinian negotiator Nabil Shaath noted that his people remained committed to a peaceful solution to the conflict, which could go about two ways, either a one-state solution or a two-state solution.
We have not given up the peace process. How can we give it up? There is no other alternative. There is no alternative. The Palestinian people today are 6.5 million inside the land of Palestine, in Israel and the West Bank and Gaza. And there are 6.5 million Jewish Israelis, at almost the same number in that territory. The Palestinians are in their land, they are not going anywhere. And the Israelis are not going anywhere. So if the two people are to live on that holy land together, there are only one of two solutions, either to accept to live in one democratic state or to accept to live in two sovereign states side by side. There is no other solution.
The Palestinian negotiator added that without a pivotal role of the United Nations and the international community, peace would not become a reality.
Without a pivotal role for the United Nations and the international community, peace is not possible. It is possible if there is a serious contribution by the international community, particularly crystallized in a very important role for the United Nations that may be able to bring about that peace. Without this, peace is very, very difficult.
Now to the reconciliation agreement between Ankara and Jerusalem. Israeli Security Cabinet member and Education Minister Naftali Bennett leveled criticism at the accord with Turkey, saying it would have been possible to reach an agreement even without paying compensation to the families of victims killed during their attempt to break Israel's blockade of the Gaza Strip. The Israeli minister, who has the government's Habayit Yehudi faction, stressed that mutual security and economic interests between the two countries were enough to bring about a viable solution, and that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's agreement was far from a good agreement. Also in Turkey, there were voices of anger with regard to the agreement with Israel. Activists from Turkey's IHH, the Islamist group that arranged the 2010 Mavi Marmara flotilla to Gaza, accused the Turkish government of only considering the economic elements of the deal with Israel, while disregarding the goals of helping the Palestinian people.
Babamın arkadaşları, Mavi Marmara'dakiler, bütün dünyadan katılan yolcular oraya ablukayı kaldırmak, ablukaya dikkat çekmek ve o ablukanın, hukuksuz ablukanın kaldırılması için yola çıkmışlardı. Bugün gelinen noktada bizim için biraz hayal kırıklığı oldu. Çünkü ablukanın kaldırılması yönünde herhangi bir adım atılmadı.
Sadece ekonomiye indirgenmiş, günlük bu ilişkilere ilgilenmiş ama ulaşılmaya çalışılan, özellikle Filistin noktasında ulaşılmaya çalışılan hedeflere çok ulaşmamış bir anlaşma gibi gözüküyor.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan lashed out at the IHH for criticizing the reconciliation agreement with Israel. The Turkish newspaper Daily Sabah reported that during a meal to break the Ramadan fast at the presidential palace in Ankara, Erdogan said that the organizers had not sought his permission before launching the flotilla to Gaza, which was meant to break the Israeli blockade on the Hamas-run Palestinian enclave. Erdogan also revealed that a ship laden with 11 tons of humanitarian aid was already prepared to head for Gaza, and that henceforth shipments from Turkey to the Palestinian enclave would be a routine matter as to the agreement between Ankara and Jerusalem. Thank you for watching us. You can also watch us at TV7israelnews.com or TV7.fi. For any comments, please send your emails to israelnews@tv7.fi. For more updates from Israel and the region, please join our Facebook page at TV7 Israel News. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Jonathan Hassan of Erev Tov, and we will see you again tomorrow at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo, located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.